right, guys, this is my concept map of my favorite foods. Okay, so favorite foods is the topic. That would be the central piece of your concept map, whether you put it in the middle and branch out like this, or if you put it like central in the top or central on the side and then branched out from the side or from the top. That would work too. But the main idea, everything ties back to the main idea, and that's favorite foods. Now, when I was thinking about my favorite foods, the way that I decided to categorize them was based on nationality. So I've got favorite Mexican foods, American foods, Italian foods, Indian foods, Chinese foods. If I had more space, I could have added several other nationalities in here, but this was a good start. Then I went into each category and I went and listed some foods. I went burgers, grilled cheese, macaroni and cheese for American. Up here, Mexican food, rellenos, carne asada, chips and salsa, tacos, enchiladas. Now, one of the things that I could have done is I could have subdivided this even further. So, for example, I could have done Mexican entrees and then had all of this stuff, enchiladas, tacos, carne asada, rellenos. And then Mexican appetizers would be like chips and salsa. Maybe I could add taquitos to that. And then I could have done Mexican desserts, and I could have had some Mexican desserts out here like churros. Okay, so you can always subdivide your subdivisions even further. American main meals, right? And then like American desserts would be like ice cream, cake, things like that. Okay, so I could have divided these even further, but I just stuck with nationalities, and then I just added some examples of things that I liked for each nationality. Now, the way that we can use this is you can say, how are rellenos and tacos similar? Well, they're both Mexican food and they're both part of my favorite foods, right? Well, how are chips and salsa and curried lentils similar? Well, chips and salsa is over here and curried lentils is over here. So you might be thinking, well, they're not similar, but they are. Everything in this map is part of my favorite foods, right? So even though they're on opposite sides of the map and they're not connected in any way other than that, they are both part of favorite foods, and that's how they're related. But then how are they different? One of them is part of Mexican food and one of them is an Indian dish. So that's how they're different. When we use concept maps, you should be able to tell me how they're the same and how they're different. And so in this simplified concept map, we've got things that are the same and different. If they're over here and over here, they're different nationalities, but they're still part of the same foods, okay? But if I have two things on the same nationality, not only are they the same nationality, but they are also still part of my favorite foods. So I'm going to be asking you guys to read a concept map, but also analyze the one that you turned in and see if you could have improved it. Thanks.